Let's have some updates and talk about things going on in Venezuela since the capture of Nicolas Maduro. Well, he has been in prison for just over a month now, waiting for his trial to get started. He is now being put to work. From what I've read, he has a job inside the prison. He has been mopping floors. And it's also been reported that he has had at least one major meltdown, one major temper tantrum inside of the prison in New York City. I think that is fantastic. He is experiencing an ego breakdown, and that malignant narcissist needs to experience a complete breakdown of his ego. It needs to be real to him that he is going to spend the rest of his life in a prison cell. He has done too much damage to Venezuela's institutions, to Venezuela's economy, to the political and governmental institutions of other countries in Latin America. And he has also done unspeakable damage in human suffering. So it is a good thing that Maduro is starting to experience mental anguish. That is just a few drops of justice, considering all the people that he has butchered over the years. Second, as of today, Alex Saab, the Colombian-born money launderer, well, he passes as a businessman, but he's been a money launderer for the Chavista regime. He was re-arrested today, along with the money launderer and fugitive Raul Gorrin, who used to be the head of Venevision under the Maduro regime. And that guy has also laundered a cajillion dollars and taken a few million or billion for himself as well. Both of them got arrested, and they will be sent to the United States soon to be prosecuted as well. That is good news, so I will give credit to the U.S. government, to the DEA or DOJ, whoever was in charge of that. I will give credit where credit is due. That is something that needs to happen. The CIA Director has opened a CIA office in Venezuela. We don't have a consulate or an embassy open there. Ordinarily, this is something that I would find to be kind of shady, but Venezuela is in such a Mad Max level situation that the CIA being there is actually a big step up from Cuban intelligence running the whole show. So that is a very positive development. As of now, most of the political prisoners have not yet been released, but the biggest amount of political prisoners released to date is what it is right now. There's been approximately 330, 340 of the 1,000 or so political prisoners held by that regime that we know of have been released. Maria Oropesa, the highly capable political activist, has not been released yet. Captain Caguaripano, the rebel soldier, the patriot, he was within the Venezuelan constitution doing what he was trying to do. He has not yet been released. About 2/3 of the political prisoners have not yet been released, but 330 people released, like I said, is the biggest number of people released by that regime so far. So the U.S. government's pressure and playing the threats game with the Chavista regime does slowly seem to be yielding some results, so I will give credit where credit is due. That said, while the greatest quantity of political prisoners have been released, most of them are still being locked up, and new political prisoners have been arrested and locked up since January 3rd. Talking about the arrest of Alex Saab. This was a joint operation between the FBI and SEBIN, the Bolivarian Intelligence Service. Yikes. I really hope the same Bolivarian intelligence service that has committed thousands, and I mean thousands, of extrajudicial executions is not about to be normalized by the Trump government in this so-called transition. I really hope that criminal agency is not about to be normalized and its personnel given immunity. I really hope that does not happen under the guidance of the Trump administration. They are looking to have another election. I mean, it's got to happen sooner or later, but good Lord, we are talking about the same political parties that exist today, including the Chavista parties. And we are talking about an election happening probably under the same National Electoral Commission that exists under the Chavista regime. That is concerning. Unfortunately, the quality of life for most Venezuelans has not changed. Most of the political prisoners are still locked up. They have not been released. There have still been extrajudicial executions carried out by the regime. And people who have to pay extortion money on a regular basis to the local colectivos or the local National Guard officers or the local National Police officers, they still have to pay their extortion money. They still have to pay. So while it is good that Nicolas Maduro is starting to face justice and Alex Saab and Raul Gorrin will face it soon, the quality of life, daily life for Venezuelans has not changed since Maduro's arrest. And I will not be satisfied, nor will I cease to critique the situation until it stops. There have been some extremely disturbing events happening inside the United States lately. I'm just going to make it plain. Homeland Security is out of control. Customs and Border Protection and ICE are out of control. You don't see anybody complaining about Customs and Immigration Service brutalizing people. It's just CBP and ICE. I have seen with my own eyes and read the top secret memo from the top instructing DHS personnel to specifically ignore the Fourth Amendment. To specifically ignore the Fourth Amendment. That's why they illegally broke and entered into so many homes in Minneapolis and into so many vehicles in that city, and not just in those cities, but across the United States. I'm sorry if this makes you uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence is stacked up too high. The Trump government's behavior domestically has been unacceptable. There is no way around it. Renee Nicole Good, while she might have been committing a traffic infraction, a traffic violation, was executed by ICE agents. She was executed. Alex Preddy, while practicing the First Amendment, he was executed by CBP agents who recognized him from another incident 11 days earlier. These people, United States citizens, were executed. I have seen testimony before Congress from the last few weeks where other U.S. citizens talk about being shot by DHS personnel. We are so far into impeachable territory. The most important thing I can say right now to anybody who is MAGA, any Venezuelans who are still pro-Trump, his behavior is the single thing that could most endanger everything the U.S. has accomplished for Venezuela so far. Please be aware of that.